We're looking at homework from section 1.1. This is question number 16. Determine whether the underlined number describes a population parameter or a sample statistic. Explain your reasoning. 64 of the 93 passengers aboard an airship survived an explosion. So let's recall some definitions from our notes. A parameter is a numerical description of a population characteristic, and a statistic is a numerical description of a sample characteristic. So is this underlined number, 64, a population parameter or a sample statistic? So a lot of people say, well, 64 out of 93, that's going to be a subset of the population. But in fact, this 64 describes the passengers on the plane. It's one of the two numbers that defines survivors and those who perished. So if 64 people survived, 29 people perished, and so the 64 is actually a description of the population, which makes this a population parameter. So the correct choice here is answer B. The number is a population parameter because it is a numerical description of all the passengers that survived. Had we gone on to say something like, of the survivors, 29 of those only had minor cuts and bruises, then the 29 would be describing the subset, which would make it a sample statistic. But because this 64 describes the 93, then that makes it a population parameter. Sometimes it can be a little confusing, but that's your answer.